Hello everyone! Welcome to one of my many painting time lapses. We are painting Grace today, a most precious baby. So if you're looking to see how a baby portrait is painted, this is the video for you. Huge disclaimer, I know the title says what it says, but I actually have no idea how to paint a human baby portrait. But what I can do is tell you exactly what I did for this painting. As some of you guys know, my specialty is with animal paintings, wildlife paintings, and pet portraits. So this one really was a huge challenge for me. So thank you dearly and greatly to the person who commissioned me to do this and trusting me with this honorable task of painting your most beautiful angel. So let's get into it. Skin tones. I started with a layer of green as the base. I know we've time-lapsed past that point a bit, but I wanted to mention painting is nothing but a game of layers after layers after layers upon layers. Your blood in your veins look green with skin over it. That's why I started with green when it came to the hands. I would say the biggest thing when it comes to paintings, I've said this many times before and I'll continue to say it over and over again until the end of time. Use your reference photos. I'm constantly every second looking at my reference photo for each painting. Whether you're painting with a live subject like an apple or a scenery in front of you, or a picture in this case, you're always constantly referencing from your reference photo. That practice alone will make your drawing or painting 10 times better. I think the most challenging thing about this painting, well, first of all, this painting for me was 10 out of 10 difficulty level, just because I seldom do human portraits. I can and I'm happy to, but I just don't promote it as much as I do my animal paintings. Anyway, so almost this whole painting was hella hard, basically. The face took me 6 to 7 hours, the striped top took me 6 to 7 hours as well, and the brown suspender top thing equally as well took 6 to 7 hours. But the most difficult for this one, I'd say, is the striped top. As you can see, I'm working on it here right now. Because not only do you have to get all the folds right and the tones right, the shading and the subtle tones, the subtle shadows, on top of all that, I had to add all the stripes in that had to match the folds and curvatures of the shirt. So that was kind of crazy to work on. I find that with baby portraits, or any human portrait for the matter, is spending as much time as you need to get your sketch down perfectly first before you even start painting. And if you're not sketching it down first, then you must have a really high level understanding of anatomy and human face proportions. So if you're going to take anything out of this video in terms of how to paint something like this, or anything, take as much time as you need to get the sketch down exactly right. Because after that, it's just laying down the paint and you'll be able to relax and just purely only focus your energy on getting the shadows right, the colors right, and the details right. When it comes to colors and coloring of things, you really have to learn to have a really sharp eye to see every single color that's there, and then imitating it onto the painting. For example, the hands, there are yellow skin tones, there are warmer skin tones that require some red pigments. Then the shadows, we're not just using black for it, like does the shadow have more of a cooler tone where we want to add some blue pigments. Same with the face here. The cheeks are like Santa Claus cheeks red, so it's sharper when it comes to the red tones. And the forehead is more of a neutral skin tone, but still on the warm side of things. And around the eyes, there are some purple tones, like where the eye bags are or where the face wrinkles. And other little details around the eyes, you'll find some of the more subtle purple tones there. And it's all in those little details that make a massive difference in a painting. There's not much else to add here, I think. Please leave any questions below if I may have missed any points or if you have any questions in general. This is my very first human portrait, so if I can do it, you can do it. The trick is really to heavily reference all the time with your reference photo and continue working at it until you are satisfied. That's the end of the story there. There will be moments when you look at the painting and you're like, wow, this is looking so awful. I've had so many of those moments. But then you tell yourself, like I had to tell myself, just keep working at it. It will look better as long as you keep working on it. And it's not finished and ready for criticism if it's not even finished. So let yourself have that space and empathy and patience to keep progressing with it, I'd say. And that goes with anything in life, really, I think. Give yourself the compassion and patience when it comes to the things you're working on in your life. As long as you're working on it and adding to it, even small steps towards whatever it is you're working towards, you're already way ahead of the game than most people, I'd say. Thank you so much for watching this, and if you're still here listening to me talk, I just want to give you a big hug. So big virtual hugs to you. Thanks again, and check out my other painting time lapses if you're into it. See you in the next video.